I remember really loving the intro video as a kid because it's just very quirky and it feels very young, and I think that adds on to the overall feel of the show,
Hmm.
just feeling goofy. The like the colors, the I remember I think Mrs. Wilcox comes in one scene and she has like a grocery bag and it's like these highlighted colors on the grocery box. But again, like watching it now as an adult, my initial reaction is like, okay, like this isn't that
Hmm.
fun and entertaining. But when I watched it this morning, like I really just kind of focused. I was proud of the black love aspect, right? It's
Yes,
the
definitely.
father, the wife comes down, kisses her, giving the kids like, I'm in control. Father, like father knows best, right? Like
Hmm.
don't eat the cookie for breakfast. Have this his apple. You see
Yeah.
Nicholas like, oh, what is like you said his
Oh,
toothless
no.
self like, oh,
No front
um,
teeth. The whole first season. It's just so cute, man. Like, oh
and
man.
the friends come by. It. I think that's really it. Yeah, like evolving from the thought of initially just not thinking it was all that because it doesn't live up to it, but really seeing the message behind it, and again, it's the community aspect.
Hmm.
Thomas and I talked about the PJs, and in the PJs episode, it's a super, and you see everyone he interacts with on a regular basis, and like that's what it should be, right? And at the end, they
Yeah.
all come together and they're all having breakfast together, right?
Yeah.
They're all a family, and I think
Hmm.
that's what's really dope about the intro.
Yeah. And especially what you said about like Jerry and Robert's like relationship, where you constantly are aware that they're like in a happy relationship, they're in a like healthy relationship. He doesn't always like they don't always see eye to eye, but they're always very respectful of one another.
Right.
They don't really have a lot of conflict in this first season where they're like butting heads so terribly that it can't be resolved, or you're like, oh, Robert's being such a jerk, or Jerry's being such a jerk. You're just kind of like,
Right.
oh, they have differences of opinions. This is obviously like a misunderstanding rather than like a lack of communication. So that's nice to see too. Like it's like very healthy.